Hi everyone, thank you for waiting. We are now ready to start the second Coreflux Flash demo. I have Nahuel here with me. He is going to present you our new version of an interface, our graphical interface that's being developed. And he has a lot to go through in 15 minutes, but I'm sure that many of you will find it useful. I'm about to give him the floor, just a few more seconds and we'll be ready to go. Are we ready to go? We are ready to go. Very well. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our very own Nahuel Godoy. Take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Nahuel Godoy. I'm a full stack developer here in Coreflux, in charge of doing this new UI interface that Hugo has tested a little bit in our last Flash demo. We will start from the beginning, that is how to access it. So I will start by sharing my screen in a few moments. Here we are. We'll start by going into our page, coreflux.org. We'll go to downloads, and this new UI, Control Flux, is available in our Docker version of the broker. So we will click on Docker to go to our Docker app, Coreflux MQTT broker. Here you will see the command to pull the image from Docker app. So we will click on copy. You will open your command console of the system you have. You will paste here and enter. So right now the image is being pulled from Docker app. Usually the first time takes a little while, but after it's just a moment. So let's give it some seconds to finish the polling. Okay, it's already finished. We will open Docker Desktop. In my case, since I'm in Windows, we have here the image, the latest version. Here you will click on Run. This is an important part, that is to configure the ports. So let's start by this 1883, 1884, and 5000. And it's for the broker to run smoothly in the PC, and 3000 or 43 and 80 for Control Flux to run correctly. For Control Flux, 3000 is for development locally linked, 443 is for HTTPS, and 80 is the general one, is for HTTP. So you will click on Run, and in my case I will cancel because I have already a container created, but you will see here the same as me, that when you click Run, you will see clearly these logs that are the one from the broker. So right now the broker and the Control Flux, it's running. So if we go to our page and put our local host, you will see this login part. You will connect to the WebSocket port and you will enter to Control Flux. So what I wanted to show you with this is that when you download the Docker version of the broker, you are not only installing the Control Flux and put it to run to the broker. So it's just a matter of pulling the image, configure the ports, put it run, and you will have all available. And since we are in Docker, we want everyone in our site network to enter Control Flux. So we will use the IP, that in this case is this one that I will use. It's from my PC. And you will see that you are able to enter to Control Flux, and everyone in your same network will be able to. So let's jump into the features from Control Flux, and let's start from the system one. System has this couple of options that are all related to internal management of the broker. So we will start by system configuration. That is all the part to configure the name of your broker, port, find that IP. You can allow or not anonymous login, debug, and you have a JSON view mode to copy, and if you want to set the configuration and so on. So we will close this part and we'll go into the next one, and that is user management. This part is to handle all related to users. Permissions, create new ones, delete another ones. You have here, again, same as system configuration, the JSON, and then, we will close this one, and we'll go into trace log. A trace log endpoint is basically a topic where logs of the broker are sent. So this part is to manage them and have control of how much it is created, so the broker doesn't run low on memory and so on. You can add or delete or whatever is needed. So you have the command console. This part is just to send command to the broker, is interacting directly with the broker via command line. So if, for example, I send -h, that is for help, you will see here the response and the command. I will close the command console and I will turn into the broker logs. So this is the broker logs. You will see all what is happening in the broker. It's the same as you can see in the console log of Docker or in the command console if you install using Edge. And you can export as a JSON or a log, you can clear and you can filter by type. And yeah, once you log in into Control Flux, the broker starts automatically logging all the events. So when you start the broker log, you will see all what is happening. So I will close this one. And this is all related to systems. So we will go into the MQTT part. In this part, we wanted to integrate the standard MQTT Explorer that most of the people know. So you will see all the options that everyone knows. Like here we have the topics. Here, if you click, you can see the latest payload, copy it, and so on. And here you have the publisher. That is, again, to publish to any topic you want, and you can see the message history. So right now, it is like this, but we are planning to put the publisher and then get it topic 3 into one window. More sooner than later, you will see it. So I will close these two windows and jump into the latest option, that is connected clients. Here you will have all the clients that are connected to your broker. In this case, this one is for Control Flux. You can see the protocol version, the traffic statistics, what is being sent and received, the information and the activity. So I will close this window and jump into, let's say, the start of Control Flux, that is the lot editor. Here we wanted you to be able to manage lot as the way you want. As you can see here, you can manage models, rules, action, routes, and visuals. So in this case, for show you how you can manage lots and what you can do and how comfortable this lot editor, I will do an example where I have here behind me a Siemens S7 PLC that is connected to this button here. And when I click the button, I will create an account and it will be sent to a Postgres SQL DB. So how do I achieve this? I created one route for the Postgres SQL route to connect and event to send to select the latest count. And now I will show you how you can create a new route in this case, but it can be an action, rules, a model, any option that is here. I will create a new route here. I will get it from my lot notebook that is here, the route that I need for S7. I will copy paste the link, the name here. And as you can see, you can modify the code before sending it to the broker. In this case, it's already, so I will create it. And you can modify it here after. Clicking this pencil, you will be able to modify any part of the code you want. And you can delete the route too. As you can see, the route has been created. I can show you. If you go to MQTT Explorer, Coreflux and routes, it is here already. This S7 is to catch two events. That one is the button, and the other one is this red line that I will show you later. I created a model to store in a database that is populating the data I need and is storing in the Postgres SQL using the route and in this table, and 3 actions. This action has all the logic for create account for the button. It gets the latest count from the DB, increase by 1, publishing a topic, and send a new register to the DB. This action is handle the insert for the database. Here, as you can see, it is getting the count from the topic we created before and is publishing the model to trigger the insert. And this is a simple action to get the latest count from the DB every 2 seconds. This was all I created. So I will go to MQTT Explorer. Here we have the topic machine, S7 PLC 001 data, and we have the 2 events we created. Output value is this, the red line. Here, as you can see, it's changing false to true depending on if it is turned on or not. And button event is the latest, the button that is here. So here we have the factory, that is the count and all the data for insert the register. Here we have the latest count, that is 170. So when I click, you will see that some topics are added. So we have the count that is 171. we have a notification that a register has been added to the DB with this value as the count, that is 171, that is the latest. If we go to our Postgres SQL DB, we select to get all the rows, all the data. Here we have it, 171, November 2025 at 4:16. Let me show you the MQTT Explorer before closing all. In factory production, the latest count is 171. So all this that you saw was created using Control Flux, using the load editor. The routes, action, and models and all has been created here. So this is all that I wanted to show for today of Control Flux. We really hope for you to download it, try it, and give us your feedback. That is very value for us to improvement and to see what works and what not, of course, for the product. So this is all related to our flash demo of today. And before, I want to give you a little tease or our next flash demo. So as here in Load Editor, I showed you this route. That is an S7 route. This is a new type 1. That is the OT routes. So these routes are able to get data and write to PLC devices. Right now we have Siemens S7 and Modbus in test phase that have been developed, but we are planning to add more like on-run, Big-Off, Ethernet IP, and so on. So with this route, I was able to get the events from the PLC, the manipulated data, and send it to a Postgres SQL database. So it was a connection to a DB. What is so good about the routes? Why is it important? Simplicity. Why I say this? We have already a lot of cases of factories that are connecting these PLC devices to DB, but it requires a lot of hours of work and a lot of hours to connect the PLC to do the logic inside to manipulate the data and send and so on. With routes, with LOT, it was 2 routes here, this one and this one, only one model, but of course you can add the more as you need, and 3 actions with less than 13 lines of code. This handle all the logic that I showed you before for the count and so on. This inserts the register, and well, this is for getting the latest count. So in the next flash demo, we will go into the route to see how it works, what you can do, the structure of it, and more examples of it. So yeah, this is it for today. Yeah, hope you like it.
All right. Well, that was our presentation by Nahuel, and I believe we already have a question here in the chat. Nahuel, if you want to answer this, will this be another way to define rules instead of Visual Studio Code?
It will be the idea. That is a function that is in development, but yeah, the idea is for you to manage rules, to define rules or any lot type you may need using the lot editor. Of course, right now is raw lot that is from the broker, but in the future, again, the idea will be to have lot notebooks there too. So answering your question, will be a new way. This was a lot, and we have a lot more to show. Next flash demo invite will be sent out soon, and we will also be showing other things after.